I'm Moit TEMPHUiBIS here, and today is New Year's Eve. It's the last day of 2019. It's the last day of the teens. You know, uh, if I was going to say, if I was going to give you my thoughts from 2010 to 2019, man, we'd be here for a bit longer, too long, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So what I'm what I'm going to do is talk about what I got to say about 2019. There's a lot of good things to say, and of course a lot of bad things to say if people have been paying attention to my videos. You know, funnily enough though, the one weird thing I got to get out of the way right off the bat is, could you believe that this is my seventh video this year? That's bad. Remember the years before when I used to do so much videos in a week, let alone the year. If I was to count up all my videos that I recorded in 2010, it's been way too long to count. But here I am in 2019, managing to count them all on my fingers. That's bad. So, but I'm not going to say, I'm going to come out with more videos next year, because it's all just talking at the end of the day. I may not. I may come out with I may try streams, and streams may get uploaded possibly. I have a couple of videos which ain't really quite vlogs. When I'm saying now, I'm not gonna do much videos next year. I'm talking about vlogs. I'm talking about like videos like this. I guess I could try and do a bit more. I mean, I suppose at least more than 7. But yeah, got to just go with the. But yes, what can I say about this year? Well, obviously I've done a lot more Tekken this year than I've done any other year in my life, really. The first beautiful aspect I gotta say is how I've actually left the country 3 times this year. I actually went to Dublin near the start of the year. That was actually now when I was actually in Dublin, that wasn't actually for Tekken. That was actually for supporting my friend Walter Gahadze in his MMA match for Bellator, which was in Dublin. And but while I was there though, I did actually hang out with Fergus, who's Ireland's best Tekken players ever, and he's brilliant guy as well, and his gameplay is just brilliant. I got to have a great set of him at his house, and I enjoyed that. It was great hanging out with him. It was great learning what I can from him as well. He taught me a little bit, and he also took me to this gaming place as well, a pub where they have a lot of good gaming sessions downstairs and everything. And wow, that was amazing. And me and my friend Anthony, we got to try out a lot more food places in Dublin and everything like that, because we were actually there in 2015. I was there again 2016, but in February earlier this year we were there for a week, and got to check out a lot more of the place and everything and all that. And yeah, definitely enjoyed myself. The second place that I went to when I left this country was Sweden, and that one was for a tournament. In fact, I think it was the best tournament ever. I really enjoyed my trip to Sweden. I was only there for 3 days. Well, technically 4. No, 3 days. Yeah, 3 days. I was only there for 3 days, and I really, really enjoyed it. I remember I was at the Head Stomper tournament. Head Stomper was amazing. Not only did the main Tekken tournament, Tekken 7, not only did I perform in that, but they also had some side tournaments as well. They had a Tekken Tag Tournament 2 tournament there, where you actually join up with a partner, and then you can enter a doubles tournament. That was amazing. I joined up with Arsene Wenger, who I think we won about 1 game. I think we done very well. And then there was also a team tournament as well for Tekken 7, and I joined up with Arsene Wenger and Robin, and I think we won 3 games. and really enjoyed that. There's some great moments from that. And then there was also a Smash Brothers Ultimate tournament. It was my first ever Smash Brothers Ultimate tournament, and I came third. Really? I hardly even practiced on that game. You know, I used to play Smash Brothers a lot of times, when it was at Melee days and that, but um, I wasn't playing it. All right, fair enough. In this tournament, they didn't have any of the real good world class players there, because I mean, it's only just a side thing. It wasn't there was not no big prize or whatever, so no proper brilliant Smash player was going to be there. But it was great to know that I came third place. I beat about 3 people, and those matches are actually on YouTube as well. You can actually watch those. Maybe I'll put the link on the bottom if you'd like to see that. So yeah, Head Stomper was absolutely phenomenal, and then I got to go to Greece. Now I remember booking my flight to Greece when my mum came home from the hospital, and obviously initially it was the trip was to go to a tournament, enjoy myself there and everything and all that. You wouldn't think though that I was more or less going there to get my mind off of things, because it wasn't too long before that. That's when my mum passed away, and I was thinking of cancelling the Greece trip, but then my brother and a few of my cousins, everyone said no, get your mind off of it, go out there, enjoy yourself. And many of my team was supported, everyone was supportive, so I was really happy about that. And I did enjoy myself really. Greece was great. An event I went to was brilliant as well. I think I did okay in that tournament, but I still had to face the facts. I still had to face the fact that I was going to come home and I'm still going to be alone in this house, So yeah, but that's that's the bad things about this year, really. A lot of brilliant things happened this year, and yet it had to go this bad near the ending. I did quite a lot of tournaments in this country as well. Obviously, there's the Versus fighting in Birmingham, which is the biggest event in UK, biggest fighting games event that is. And I went to Birmingham again for another small one. I drove all the way to Coventry for another good tournament, and then I drove to Leeds as well. And as for also many, I drove to Manchester. Yeah, done Manchester as well. And there was also quite a lot of Luton. How can I forget Luton? Done a couple in Luton as well. Yeah, man. As you can see, I left this area quite a lot, and there was just a load more in London, really. So yeah, this year was really Tekken orientated. I've also been working on my my projects for Zapedy. One of the things I've been working on is it's going to be a lot of posts, a lot of art and everything and all that. Now I've been working on 2 videos that I'm going to sort of use as a promo. One of them is already done, and the second one I just need a couple art pieces to finish it off, which is going to be soon. And when those 2 videos are done, then I can start releasing them. There's also going to be a load of posts in my community tab, because now with YouTube you can sort of post art in there, sort of post it as a like a status, and obviously when you're subscribed to someone, every time they post something, it should come up on your YouTube on your YouTube front page. It should do that, but then if you can, but I don't know, if you click the bell next to subscribe, maybe it might come automatically as well. But these are things I'm just letting you know what's going to happen, yeah, for 2020. You know, is there anything else in 2019 that I can think of that was significant? Not really, man. Didn't really buy that much games this year. Really been sitting down playing Tekken and practicing on Tekken, trying to get myself yeah, just trying to get a bit more out there. One of the things that was cool was that when I went to Versus Fighting in July, like I said, the biggest tournament in England, there was a lot of Korean players that came, especially Nee, who is like the Tekken god. And one thing what was amazing is that I got to play him. You know, I got to give him a set. Well, I was intentionally going to give him a set first to free, but we only played one game, and then he had to go up on stage. He had to play his next game and everything, right? And when I played when I played him, it was like I had no chance. His movement was on point. Everything about his play style was just hard to deal with. You know, it was almost like it's just the only way to describe it is just me going into a boxing match here with Anthony Joshua. It's just that's what it was, you know. But it's all fun, man. It's all good, man. Really enjoyed all events. One of the funniest things that happened at Versus Fighting was I put a raffle in for a ticket, and so I put a raffle in for some prizes. Yeah, that was done by Astro. They had a lot of giveaways, arcade stick, and gaming headsets and stuff. And man, one of the funniest things. This is one of the reasons why I wish I could vlog a bit more, because if I had caught this what I'm about to say on camera, this would have been amazing, right? Yeah. I was making a lot of jokes while the guy kept calling out numbers, right? Yeah. Now, I had number 127. That's the number I had on my, yeah. At one point, the guy called out 124. He called out 122 at one point. Later on, he called out 120. Then I think he called 126. It felt almost like, oh my god, this guy's getting closer and closer and closer. He kept on calling all these other numbers out and everything, and I was just like, dude, where the hell? 127. Where the hell? I'm like, when the hell is it? Why is it not coming at that? And I think I was starting to annoy the other guy a little bit, yeah. Like, so, like I kept saying, dude, can you please just say 127? Can you please just say 27? Yeah, and he was like, nope. And he just said what the number was and everything like that, and it was pretty funny. At one point, he called out two numbers, and the people didn't come to collect their items. So later on, they just done a redo, like scrap those numbers. They missed their chance for their projects, their products, prizes, and then. So he went to read out again, and he said some number and I can't remember, and he had one ticket left, and I just said to him, yeah, out loud, and everyone heard this. There was like a lot of people around you, and everyone heard this. I said, dude, can you just please say 127? And the guy said, this is what he responded. He goes, well, I can just say that for you. It's not going to mean anything. He pulls out. He goes, oh my god. It's actually 127. And I just popped off. I lost it. I went crazy. I was celebrating. I was probably swearing probably a bit loud as well and everything. I was like, I went crazy. That was so much jokes. How did that happen? You know, you could not have scripted that any better. I wish that I would have recorded that. I mean, I've got a lot of people here who can prove it because they saw it. You know, anyone who was there saw it. Yep. And yeah, okay, here it is. Yep. This is what I won. It says it's for the Xbox, so it's more or less Xbox colours, which I like anyway, right? Yeah. but it does work on the PS4. I mean, it's only just a plug in it, so I don't even know why does it have to be labelled Xbox, to be honest. But yeah, it's a cool headset. I've only used it once so far because I already do have my own headset. But who knows? I'll probably use that a lot more later on. Right. So yeah, man, that was one of the most funniest moments in 2019 for me. Let me talk about my tournament places in Tekken. One of the things that I gotta say is I had a goal for the Tekken World Tour this year, 2019. My goal was just to get a point. Just get a point. It had a point system, which I thought was a really cool way, and obviously the most highest points are the ones who qualifies and goes through. There was like about 3,000 people who had 1 point. I wanted to at least try and get 1 point of my own. That was my goal, and even that felt like an unrealistic goal, because Tekken it's not an easy game. It's so deep. It's so in depth. A lot of stuff. But yeah, man, you need to practice. I need to practice more, obviously. But I am happy with some of the placings that I did get this year. In one tournament, I think there was like 80 people, and I came 25th. That was a pretty cool placing. There was a couple tournaments that had about 30. 30 people, and I came 9th in that, so I was pretty happy with that. There was a few tournaments where I got 3 wins and 2 losses, and they were amazing. Yeah. Do you remember my video? What's it called? How much have I improved at Tekken? You may remember that you saw me do the first ever Tekken match I ever had, where I played against the Business, and I lost to him, even though it was still a bit of a close match. You know, I did have my rematch with him in a tournament in Luton, and I actually got my revenge. I managed to beat him, and it was still a close match again. You know what I mean, man? So that's one cool thing that happened this year. Another cool thing was in casuals, I was playing Kane and Trench in what's that thing called, in versus fighting. Now Kane and Trench is like probably the best player in the UK. You know, definitely the best Yoshimitsu in the UK. Probably the best Yoshimitsu in Europe. So you're looking at a guy who really knows the game and don't mess about. He's battered me for well over a year and a half. He's been beating the crap out of me all the time. Always smash me at Tekken. I always just wanted to just get the one game on him, and there was moments when I was always close, but I could never get that game on him. And in versus fighting for casuals, we did a first to 3, and I think he was 2-0 up, and I managed to just I really mixed up everything what I could do, and I managed to get the one game on him. And even though that was a casuals, even that was made me pop off. I actually popped off again because it was so funny. It was just so cool to know that, hey, I'm getting better. I managed to get I managed to beat him. That was actually a mini goal, get a win on him. That was actually a mini goal of mine, and he's always given me so many chances. You know, respect for him, yeah. Always giving me a chance, always giving me a set, and I finally got my win on him, and that was an amazing feeling. But now, I suppose the next thing is to try and beat him in the tournaments. That ain't gonna happen anytime soon. You know what I mean? Yeah. I've had some brilliant matches where I was so close to losing, but then I won. But then I managed to come back and win. But then I think there's so many matches where I was winning them and I've let them come back and mash me up as well, though. Yeah, so it's always a tough situation. But yeah, this year's been more or less Tekken orientated. So what's gonna happen for 2020? I wonder. You know, a lot of people usually like to say "New Year, New Me," and many people always say, many people saying, "Bruv, you ain't gonna do shit. You're gonna still be the same person." Well, in my case, I think I'm definitely gonna be. I'm definitely gonna be a new person in 2020. There's definitely going to be, my life is clearly going to be different. I mean, it's different right now, but it's going to be really different in 2020. And that, because I'm moving out. This house is going to be sold and I'm going to be moving out of here, boy. So, and some people always say that different areas can always change a person. Different areas makes who you are, really. And if that's the case, you know what I mean? Because I'm not going to live in London again. Well, I'm not going to live in London because it's too expensive, really. I need to move somewhere that's a bit more cheaper. I mean, one of the places I'm aiming to go is Essex. There's a possible chance I could be going to the Bedford or Luton area, but I am shooting for Essex because it's just more near all the things that I do. Taekwondo, and in Southend I do quite a lot of things over there. I have sort of a voluntary job there. I judge MMA fights and kickboxing matches and boxing. So you know what I mean. It's just best for me to live in that area. If I can find a good decent price. So yeah, that's but these are things to think about for next year. Obviously, I just got to tidy up everything in this house first, boy. But I just know that I will be out of this house next year. So once that happens, boy, I'll definitely be a different person because I'll be moving out. You never know, I might have better organized space and I might be able to get back into certain things again. Who knows? Could I ever get back into music? Who knows? Yeah, so we'll have to look at that. Obviously, another thing that's going to be changed. Obviously, is that if I move out, I'm obviously going to need a new job. That's gonna have to see how that would go. Hasn't been really too much here to talk about what's happened this year, innit? If I have to be honest, I have been depressed for a few other areas of the year. Not even just because of my mum. Yeah, there's been other situations and a lot of things in that. And see, that's where life is such a weird roller coaster. It's like some days you're happy, some days you're doing something really cool, and then some days you're depressed. These things always happen. But yeah. But 2020 could be an interesting year, maybe. I know that Streets of Rage 4 is coming out soon, and that's going to be a phenomenal game. Everyone's just hoping it has online co-op. Hopefully you guys have had a good Christmas. My Christmas was good. It felt a bit hard, being the first Christmas without my parents. You know what I mean? It's definitely a hard thing, and this is a brand new year as well without my parents. So things are gonna be a lot tough from now on, and I guess I'm gonna try my best here to sort of get over it, I suppose. But yeah, things are going to be oddly different. You know. But yeah, guys. I think I might have to end it here, yeah, because I ain't really got much other things to talk about in 2019. Um, yeah, yeah, things have been okay. Things have been okay and everything now. So yeah, we so what I'm going to talk. So first thing I want to ask quickly, if anyone who uses OBS Studio and if they have a Logitech C920, because that's what I'm actually recording with right now, and for some reason when I use this camera with my laptop, when I switch it to widescreen, like when I switch to 1080p, it freezes. Does anybody know why that is? Because I mean, like, this is a this is a 1080p camera, and yet we've still got the black things on the side here, so it doesn't have that right quality. It has the old school 4:3 resolution rubbish instead of the 16:9. So does anybody know why this is happening? Hopefully that can be sorted out. Then maybe I might be able to record a bit more next year. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy whatever I do next year and all that. And we'll see where my journey is going to take me later on. And yeah, I think that's I think that's that's the end of that. That's the end I can say. So hope you guys all had a good Christmas. Like I said already. So I'm gonna have to say a late Merry Christmas, and hope you guys have a Happy New Year, and I hope everything goes smooth for everyone. You know, hope life, yeah, it was just. I'm just gonna say that some things, boy, that's happened this year, I just wouldn't wish on anybody else. Simple as that. Thanks very much, guys, for watching. I hope you had a good time, and I hope you guys will have a nice, good year as well. And I hope you enjoy the things I may upload next year. So thanks very much. I'll speak to you all soon. Love who you are.